You get a glaze. You get a glaze. You get a glaze.
Yo, this
I can't give some love to the home team.
Oh, that's all good.
Little bro top never hurt nobody.
What up, y'all? So it should be no surprise. It shouldn't be like an outlandish statement to say that No Jumper might just be the horniest podcast on the internet. I mean, it's part podcast studio, part adult film studio. That's the nature of the warehouse. But let me show y'all exactly what I mean by this.
I mean, the Double Dose Twins were kind of crazy to me because they're hot as fuck. They're short as fuck.
I like that.
They're twins. They're manicured, like the most, like the nicest nails you have. Like it must cost them $1,000 to leave the house. Like fucking the hair, just the baby hairs plastered to the forehead. The nails are just so ornamented. The booty is so out of control. So much ass.
I would eat them groceries.
It was one of them ones where I gotta come home.
Ate them groceries.
Well, I come home to my girl and she's laying in bed, like just like looking like this, watching TV. And I got to act like I'm not all turned on by the podcast that I just did. No homo, but I was like, kind of rock hard for part of it and then the drive home. I'm a horny guy,
Hey, Eaglewood. I wish they would have gave me a little bit more to work with. I ain't trying to be rude, go too far. You know what I'm saying?
You see what I mean? That's a different level of horny. I don't really remember how old Adam is exactly, but I want to say he's closer to 40 than he is 30. I could be wrong about that though. But is he in his 40s? I don't know. Y'all get the point though. Let's just say a 40-year-old man driving home bricked up is crazy. Now, you in close proximity. Honestly, even like that's high school level of horny. Like remember back in the day, fellas being in class and you just praying that the teacher don't call on you to go up there and solve the math equation. Not because you suck at algebra, but because you bricked up, in the middle of the class and shit. But that's what happens when you're going through puberty. Is kind of like raging bull. But to be raging bull at 40 plus years old, that's crazy. And keep in mind, Adam wants to get on testosterone. He don't need no more testosterone if he driving home bricked up from doing a podcast with some twins. I don't know what they had going on. Now, if it was like, nah, even if it was the Munchie B Plug Talk debut with the twins, driving home bricked up is crazy. But hey, man, this is No Jumper, the horniest podcast in the world, maybe. And, for our next example, for Exhibit B of this showcase here, we have Young Aunt Hefe. We're going to flash back to Young Aunt Hefe, really defending tricking to a whole new level. A level I've really never seen before this, and we haven't really seen this after this occasion. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, but memory lane is cool. Now, keep in mind, this clip started off, Flacco was supposed to be getting kind of like roast pressed by Munchie B about the alleged tricking activities. But, Aunt Hefe, he decided to defend tricking by also saying that tricking isn't tricking if he does it. So it seems like Aunt Hefe is a participant in the tricktivities, but he's in denial about it. And we get a classic moment like this because of this denial.
I misunderstood real quick though. I never said that I pay for Ash. No, I said I would pay for Ash back.
No. Okay, no. All right, skip past that. We just talking about the totality. We know you pay to play, but if you do it, I just shoot jokes though.
No, but hold on.
I'll pay to play.
There's a difference between. It's kind of like what Ant was saying makes sense though, because there's tricking and there's tricking beyond your means.
I'm not talking about you, bro.
Beyond your means,
bro.
I don't think it's that loose. I don't think it's that loose.
What you mean?
I think it's the definition is the definition. If you paying for it, you tricking, whatever you want to call it, that's what you're doing. If you're not, then you in the game. You do it. I feel like it's normal. Like, bro, you don't have to pay women to
just because
be with
you
them.
said, and that's what I'm saying. Just because you said something, who the fuck makes this exception and rule? Just because you said, if I want to give whoever said, that's what I'm saying. Because you saying, if you doing it, is you doing it because somebody put that term out there. Like if you want to give somebody some money, you know what I'm saying, for some coochie or whatever you doing, how the fuck, like, who the fuck is you to tell me that I'm tricking?
That is tricking.
Okay, I'll put it like this. It's like we all get schooled, right, to the game. They give us the definitions. They give us the definitions.
By what definition? The streets?
Okay, somebody said it. Somebody said it, right? Somebody said it. So it's something that exists and something that we acknowledge and abide by, and that's cool. Like there's nothing.
Man, that's
wrong
something
with
that was made up in the game of pimping hoes, man. And a lot of these niggas ain't pimp. A lot of these niggas is gangbangers. Man, that's pimping hoe talk. And I'm gonna leave it here. And if you want to rebuttal, if you niggas want to rebuttal, that's on y'all, bro. Yeah. A trick to me is a motherfucker you can call any given time. He gonna spend that motherfucking money. He paying rents. He buying cars and shit like that. If a nigga see you and he like you, he don't want a relationship with you, and he like, bitch, what's up? Let me get some of that pussy, and he want to give you a few dollars. Do I see a nigga as a trick, nigga? Hell no. If that's what y'all call a trick, that's you niggas' definition, bro. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. I don't give a fuck what you thought. I'm telling you, nigga, what I stand on and live by. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about.
You know what?
Nah, see, before we get back to the new desk setup that they got on the Tuesday show and all that in the main studio, let me just point out the part where Aunt Hefe was for sure describing himself, in most people's opinion, even when this shit happened and everybody was reacting to it. This is the moment, just in case y'all don't recall, let me refresh your memory, where it was starting, he's explaining his own actions allegedly.
If a nigga see you and he like you, he don't want a relationship with you, and he like, bitch, what's up? Let me get some of that pussy, and he want to give you a few dollars. Do I see a nigga as a trick, nigga? Hell no. If that's what y'all call a trick, that's you niggas' definition, bro. It's as simple as that, too.
All right, so now we're going to get back into the new desk setup, which I feel like I do have to offer my opinion on the setup. Now, at first glance, maybe I'm just becoming an old man on the porch that's angry at change. But I was like, oh, damn, that shit looks stupid. It looked like they in school. But then I'm looking at them switch on the switcher board on the cameras. Now, side note, whoever be operating the boards can no longer, pop them Fetty Wops that Lush One may or may not be bringing to the office and giving the niggas, because they can't be falling asleep on the boards no more and accidentally leaving the camera on someone who's not talking for 10 minutes at a time. But as far as for how things look on camera, for how things come across for clipping and things like that, it's smooth. It was actually a nice visual presentation to the podcast on some technical shit. The cinematography, if you will, the podcastography more so, is on point. The shit looked nice. It actually looks like it's in 4K now, because they've been shooting on 4K cameras. I was shocked when I first seen like a behind the scenes look, and they had hella lights and they're using 3-point lighting setups on niggas and all that, because it came off like they didn't give a damn, because just, 1 or 2 camera angles, and for the most part you can't see everybody's face when they're talking. Now whenever somebody's talking, you can see it. If there's group conversation, you go wide to the main shot. I rock with it. For the cinematography side of it, I rock with the setup. Now, wide shot, it does look like some type of high-end school desk, but hey, modular desk setup, I think it will grow on the audience. It's just a lot of people, you don't want to see one of the main things you watch all the time. Anything change related is going to piss people off at first, but if you actually sit and think about it, the shit's fire compared to what was being put out there all these years with the gray oval desk where you can't see the fucking A mic speaking. Yeah, that was wild. I'm pretty sure in some early videos I criticized that even. But anyways, now we're gonna get back into the whole, what is it called? The double dose twins. They're talking about that still, but then Lush is gonna have a flashback from the time that he randomly admitted more recently that after he filmed something with some lady, I forgot, some lady's name with a C, he had to go to the bathroom and while high off of meth. He admitted to being high off of the Bristol. He went to the bathroom and rubbed it out, and then came back and did some more potting or something of that nature. But yeah, it was a funny story. He told it in a No Jumper News episode or some shit. He's like, yeah, I've beat off at work before I beat off here. Like, oh shit, what the hell, Lush? But yeah, he's gonna reminisce to that story because the horniness levels were so high in the studio that he just couldn't resist bringing up that wild admission of his.
Yeah.
But that was cool. They down to earth and all that.
There's a couple rappers that we mentioned that from their reaction, I'm like, oh,
You could tell.
maybe they hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they didn't took some shit down together.
Yeah. They said that they have no shame about like banging a dude together.
Well, I mean, they're biological twins, right?
Yeah.
So.
Now, Lush trying to be dismissive over them saying that these twins basically do incest type of activities together, because if you're twins and you're having a threesome with your twin, that is a form of incest. Even if y'all aren't like touching each other necessarily. If you had, like, let's say if you have a brother and y'all are 2 years apart, you're most likely not having threesomes with your brother or whatever, running the train, whatever y'all niggas want to call it. You're probably not going to do that with your blood relative. Twins doing that, I think it's still the same thing. Just because they're twins doesn't mean any different. Now, if your brain is fried like Lush and you're super freaked out because you go home and watch, hours and hours of adult movies sometimes, then I guess that could be dismissed. Oh, I mean, they're fucking twins. Of course they do things together. Like, no, not of course. Of course they do incest from time to time. What?
The thing is, man, why is you eating your ass? Hey, why is you eating these niggas' asses, bro?
Y'all had females? Hold on. So I wasn't up to speed.
They're bad
So
as
it's
fuck.
it's-
Get on Google.
it's twins?
Can we search up the double dose twins just so that the audience at home that doesn't feel like
So it's
looking them
twins
up?
that came here recently, and
Last night.
Last night, and me and Munchie
they
interviewed
have
them.
sex with the same man.
At
over
least
that-
sometimes.
I hit sisters before. You never hit no siblings? No?
I've hit siblings, not simultaneous siblings.
I mean, look how good they look too. Look
I ain't
at
gonna lie about it.
I ain't gonna lie either. I wish I could.
Nah, I don't like how they look.
why not?
Nah, they don't look good.
Well, you racist? They look like you with BBLs.
Nah, I know I'm sexy, but they don't.
All kind of shot fired.
Nah, wait, you're not. Hold on a second.
Nah,
You're not smacking that down.
nah.
What the fuck are you waiting for?
They plastic, but they plastic, but they not Barbies.
I ain't mad at plastic. I'm here
They
for plastic.
Barbies is plastic.
Go
but
for
nah.
that blue one right in the middle, because I don't want to like click on any of the ones that are like really truly butt naked. But if we click on that, oh
Wait, one of them
my God.
smacked you?
How is that?
I'm
even
just scrolling
possible?
down your phone. They smacked you?
Never mind.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we made a reel. We made a reel where they punched me in the head. I thought it was pretty
He
good.
was trying to give me some ass. Like, hey, I'm up to let Monkey do that thing. Like, boom, she got off.
The weird part about that video is just that you're not in it until the very last second we get to see your ducktail.
Yeah, I was leaning back in my chair. Huh?
Yeah, you're kind of like not visible. Anyway,
It's different when dude, like, do you remember when I like was with Carmen and
I know you're still so horny thinking about that.
I'm not gonna lie.
So we did a X-rated episode with this girl Carmen, who's like a real famous porn star, right?
Oh, that's when the eating ass conversation came up.
Maybe, but Lush. Either way, at the end of the podcast, she spit in your.
No.
You spit in her mouth.
Correct.
I personally remember her spitting in
going
your mouth
on in
too,
this place?
and I think you're lying to make
That'd be the
it.
spitter.
He's trying to clean it up for his girl.
What do you mean? It's not still up?
Yeah, but you're counting on your girl not paying the $5 to get on Patreon to see it.
I think everybody should pay the $5 on Patreon to see it.
She like-
It was before I was with my girl.
Spit in her mouth.
She asked me to.
She got some of that Yoshino.
She probably got high after that.
Did you?
Now, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's the new scenery, but this whole podcast was a decent performance from Young at Hefe, which is saying a lot considering about the last month or two previous to this month, previous to November, he was pretty, it was kind of subpar. A lot of fans were saying he needs to be replaced and shit. But this episode, he was low key the comedic relief. It's just a lot of it was almost sidebar where it kind of got ignored by the people in the room. But for the audience, at least me in the audience, that shit was hilarious. And this is a great observation. Hold up now, Lush. You're talking about a few years ago. She got some of that Yoshinola Alley. That's the meth alley by MacArthur Park, according to Lush, right? Or just the everything alley. You get any one in that alley. Let me just pull up a screenshot or maybe a quick video. I'm gonna place it right here, right now.
I'm on my way back to the dentist because when your teeth are this up. You back to back like a Drake diss track.
They need you in there every day.
Yeah, any day
They have
available.
a whole dental team on your.
Yeah, you feel me?
What happened, by the way?
What, to my teeth?
Yeah.
Well,
They always been like this?
crystal meth.
That's the thing?
That's what I was thinking, but I ain't gonna do my boy like that.
If you look, you could look at pictures of me
You
a
was
few years
messing
ago.
around.
Yeah, I was
how
being a
long
little
were you
methy
actually-
with the meth.
How long are you actually doing meth for?
Long enough.
Methley Snipes.
I don't want to do a full meth deep dive with you or anything, but
We could.
Isn't it true that meth? I mean, we only have so much time, but isn't it true that the meth? And I should probably do a full Lush interview at some point. But isn't it true that meth only
that'd be
fucks your
fine.
teeth
Long
up?
overdue.
Still has not happened, by the way.
It only fucks your teeth up because you're like dehydrated and you're not drinking water and stuff like that.
No, that's not the only reasons. That is a reason.
Why else?
First of all, when you smoke it, like that shit
Oh,
stains.
you're smoking it,
Yeah, but I wasn't even like a big smoker like that.
At least your cheeks didn't get all fucking crazy.
Yeah, at least I don't have like perma acne scars. Yeah, but it you grind your teeth like a motherfucker, and I was a big ecstasy popper too.
I'm
And-
about to say Molly and X do that too.
yeah, and I was doing that in the morning, waking up, popping this, and at a certain point, your oral hygiene doesn't become a priority yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just to keep it one thou wow funky. And,
Right.
And then this is the thing. Once you get sober, which I am now, 2 years, 8 months, and 15 days.
Good shit.
That is also no longer a thing. The whole sober Lush thing. We want sober Lush back. Well, at least I do. I don't know about y'all.
The wreckage of your past is still haunting you. And this is like me dealing with what was happening. So anyways, back in the fucking dentist chair, and as I'm sitting down, the lady, the dental hygienist, is waiting to start because my ex is on the phone yelling at me because of what's going on. And I was like, oh shit.
Because of the people.
Yeah, because of the people. So it's
And
yeah.
she basically was just like completely not understanding of the fact that you basically have a no jumper troll army
no
coming into your life here.
And at a certain point,
It's easy for me to imagine her not understanding.
but like the thing is, like, she's already was familiar with my battle rap fan base.
So yeah, there y'all see another flashback. Lush is he's basically negative equity in the dating field, right? He's like, oh no, you did that? Hell no, I'm cool, right? Single me, just thinking back to single me and having that one homie that, maybe skips too many showers, maybe doesn't believe in going to the Dollar Tree to re-up on deodorant often enough. I say Dollar Tree because even if you're pretty broke, nigga, you can find 4 quarters or it's $1.25, whatever. You can find a handful of quarters and go get you some fucking deodorant, no matter how down bad you are in life. You feel me? Shit, and if you're really that down bad, go and find an organization that's donating that shit, because those exist too. There's no excuse to be out here funky. But in Lush, they say he's never smelt bad up there and stuff. But to let the guy with the meth mouth spit in your mouth, that's negative equity in the dating market for whatever female did that. And I don't care how grimy all the different things that this person may have done on camera. That's crazy. That's a crazy level. It's very unexpected that there's anybody that would allow that to happen. But I mean, Lush does always keep a girlfriend, so there's obviously somebody out there that's willing to put up with these Lush-tivities. And apparently the lady they were interviewing with this like pre-plug talk adult acting happening on podcasts, sell it on Patreon era, she asked for Lush to spit through those crazy ass teeth that you just saw and into her mouth. And that would make you a negative number on a scale of 1 to 10 at that point, in my eyes, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks that way. And just think about this. Like, after you're a certain age as a man, you kind of just have to come to terms with, whoever you end up settling down with ends up being like, a long-term situation with after, let's just say the age of 25. I don't know, just for an example. You're probably going to have to accept that they may have had a phase in their past. They may have done some wild shit in their past. But as long as we've graduated past those phases collectively, it should be all fine and dandy. Where I would draw the line and probably wouldn't be able to get over is things like this, though. It's like, oh, you let Lush 1 before he got his teeth fixed, you let that Lush 1 hawk a meth loogie down your throat, and that turned you on, and you maybe did something with them, maybe didn't. I'm cool. You know, there's a lot of things that modern men are willing to work past, willing to ignore, willing to, like, oh, well, the past is the past. You're not getting that pass on this particular topic. You let this creature spit in your mouth. If you let Lush do anything of a sexual nature to you, I wouldn't consider you as a dating partner. But spit in the mouth. That's one of the freakier things that you can do. And we know Lush likes to get his ass ate too. Just imagine you think you found the one. Does everything right, does everything you want. You guys have a good chemistry together personality wise. But then, you're just kicking it one day on the couch, talking about each other's past, trading hoe stories, if you will. And she tells you that she once let Lush 1 spit in her mouth for a Patreon episode on No Jumper. Divorce. Breakup, whatever stage it is, it's over. It's over. I'm sorry.
You like do you pull back the fluid from the back of your throat?
No,
taste
I
this.
try to keep it like.
You want to give her some Newport juice?
That's that meth speak.
Well, no, she needed lube for the dildo she was sucking off.
Oh, I forgot that was part of it too. Wow.
Yeah, so she's like, yeah. So I was just trying to accommodate. I wasn't trying to be rude. Or
It's crazy introducing a to like your horniest friend.
I did.
All right, so that's the kind of the gist of the Lush part of this Lush being freaked out. There's still more clips to come, but we're gonna take a slight change of pace now, where Lush is gonna kind of get told like shut up when it comes to people with kids talking about the dynamics of raising kids in the TikTok era, because they're gonna be talking about the whole 6'7" thing, 6'7", but they're gonna be talking about that. And Lush is gonna offer his 2 cents, still off of an emotional high, off of being able to reminisce on the days when he used to get the spit loogies into the guest's mouth. And he's basically gonna get told by Munchie B, in a nice way, but shut up, you don't have kids. And that somehow, excuse me, that somehow is gonna become Adam inquiring about Lush's testosterone levels, because he really wants to know how much T Lush has left in his body. It doesn't really get more intrusive than your employer wanting to know how much testosterone you have in your body. But, to hell with it. It's No Jumper. At this point, I want to know how much testosterone Lush, has or doesn't have in his body. Because honestly, in that flashback clip, Lush looks kind of like a Rosie O'Donnell type of, woman with no teeth though. So like Rosie O'Donnell without teeth or hair is kind of what Lush was looking like. And now he looks like a totally different person. He might be a shapeshifter. There's a possibility that's a thing. I'm just saying.
I ain't never heard of it.
Skrillex.
I heard of it, but I never really like
10-year-old
looked
live on
into it.
TikTok though.
I was wondering when she said it. Hold on, what the fuck is you talking about?
not the
what's going
6'7"
on out here?
yeah.
Like, where you what? And they had to explain it to me. Like, no, I was the little kids on social media saying this shit. Woo. So I'm like, oh yeah.
But that's what's crazy is that like my kid is 5 and is still pure in the mind because she hasn't like gone to school. Well, she goes to school, but like the kids don't know about shit from what I could tell. But like this kid's 1 year older than her and she's going to school and finding out about 6'7". That kind of freaks me out.
Yeah, we ain't said no numbers. Man,
I go to school, you go to TikTok. All that shit right there, bro.
It's hard to shelter them from like things that are that mainstream. That's essentially like the equivalent to like us not watching The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Hey, you ain't got no kids, huh?
That I know of.
You probably need to go to a fertility.
That's MacArthur Party. Man.
Nah, he need to go to a fertility doctor, nigga.
I done raised kids that wasn't mine and had.
No, I'm talking about biologicals though. You need to go to fertility girl.
So blanks?
Hell no. I'm low-key King Von, if you want to be honest.
Have you got your blood work done?
Not for the past.
We want to know your
couple
testosterone
decades.
levels.
I feel like they're high as fuck, or like, you feel me?
I was gonna get on TRT, and then I got my testosterone levels checked, and the doctor said my testosterone is not low enough.
Yeah, I think that's what the doctor was saying.
So now I got to find a crooked doctor and be like, yo, I need that shit.
Just shoot the steroid girl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm trying to
Fuck it.
All right, so there's one, level of intrusiveness in a way that, your employer wants to know your testosterone levels. It's not like Lush is an athlete, it's not like he's out here supposed to perform. As far as I know, I mean, maybe he's considered an athlete in some alternate universe, but I'm gonna actually up the ante in my take from this next clip. Now, disclaimer. You probably have already heard Lush tell this story. I did a whole video kind of focusing on Lush going around catching fades out in the middle of the street with people in his neighborhood, okay? But he's going to tell this story again because Big Deal, for those that may not be aware, Big Deal, the dude in the brown shirt, that's T-Rail's brother. Adam's at least top 3 biggest podcast op, if not the top op for Adam 22, right? He got his brother on the shit. Him and his brother be seeing differently, and he's getting back into making content. He's gonna be doing his own solo content and things of that nature. I think he might even be launching his own podcast or something. I don't know. It's one of those we're gonna have to wait and see. Might be a star on the rise. He already does get mentioned every couple months without even making content. So now that he's gonna be in the content space, he might be a serious player very soon. But as of now, Lush is kind of reintroducing himself to Big Deal, this current version of Lush, the shapeshifter. And he has to tell his most proud moment of, running a fade because somebody did graffiti where they're not supposed to in his park. So just disclaimer, we've all heard this story before. Literally in the month of November, we were halfway through November right now, pretty much, right? Lush, this will not be the 3rd time he's told this story on No Jumper. Maybe that's what happens when you're on every day and you don't get any breaks, when you're a white slave. I don't know. But that's just what it is. However, we're going to get a new wrinkle in it.
Was y'all getting high together and that's how the fight happened?
No.
Or what?
No.
No, real shit though, because I'm trying to figure out how did this even take place.
Nah, Munchie, right? But
y'all getting high together.
I honored him by blessing him by whacking his shit out. You feel me? Like, it's just an honor if I whack your tag. You feel me? Like, some of my caliber, like in that world, it's an honor if I whack your shit.
So he whacks you out.
I whacked his shit, and then he whacked me out. And he was waiting for me. You feel me?
Oh, so wait.
He was doing surveillance.
Because I whacked his shit.
He was watching from his crib, or he was hiding in a trash can.
Babysitting the hit ups.
Babysitting the hit up.
I'm up all through where, you feel me? Like, I'm up all through there.
This
like,
is MacArthur Park?
Yeah, I'm up in Fentanyl Alley. Like,
so it's an honor of you whacking somebody else shit out.
Hell
because
yeah,
you a
it's
legend.
fucking honor. Yeah.
Well, you thought it was an honor, and he didn't. That's why he needed a fade.
Well, so like,
Why you?
here's the thing, it's still an honor for him, regardless. Like, you feel me? Either way.
How you know he felt like that though?
Well, he obviously, you feel me, felt how he felt because his bitch is he's hypnotized by hate, like Lil Boosie said back in the day.
He felt disrespected.
Every time he go home, they slapping that new Lush one. You feel me? All the smokers are gigging. You feel me?
He raps.
Like, listen,
The
fool.
smoker rap too?
Nah, I mean, he probably tried to.
I didn't think that went like that in the tagger world.
He went on a mural. First of all, he went on a mural for like an awesome community center shit. I don't want to get too specific. You feel me? Like, and then I whacked his shit. You feel me? Because like, why the fuck you gonna hit up your? And it was the wrong thing to have hit up for how I grew up.
Are y'all funk with them niggas?
The charity center?
That's like ultimate disrespect, gang, tag, or whatever, to be hitting up on top of another man hit up.
But he on top of a mural though. It's like beyond that. It's like, damn, like you like going over community, like bro, I could get so specific right now and really break down these condiments. Like I ain't even gonna do it. Like, you feel me? Like, but
DP.
You feel me? Like,
so he painted over somebody else shit, and then you came and whacked his shit out.
And then he tried to beat me up, and I beat the shit out this fool. That's what happened.
You know what's funny? He was waiting though. So he stood by the hit up.
You don't think he coming back?
Come back.
What up, partner?
I be where I'm at every single day. People come to where I be at to take a picture with me. Fans like lurk in the area. Like it's beyond just who's randomly
Looking for you.
Man, hell no. So basically, in Lush's world, no pun intended, MacArthur Park has become a Hollywood tourist stop. Like, you know, when you go to Hollywood and get on the little bus and they drive you around, be like, oh, over there, that's where fucking David Hasselhoff lives or whoever. You know, Brad Pitt stay over there, and they just be pointing that shit, driving you by a nigga's house. Basically, the TMZ route. Lush talking about the fans just pull up to take pictures. Hell no, just pulling up to take pictures National Geographic style in your natural habitat, the way them niggas did Whack 100 at the airport. Come on, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. That don't sound too safe. I ain't gonna lie. And as paranoid as Lush be, he might just pop at one of the fans one day. I know I've seen him when he was still doing his music streams with Kenny. He walked out mid beat. Kenny had the beat on loop. This nigga's supposed to be writing raps. This nigga read something in the chat that said, Lush, we're outside. Come outside, like, bitch, or something like that. Lush started banging on the table. He became 4 extra damn near. He started banging on the table, yelling, bitch, I'll put you down right now. I'll put you down right now in GTA. And he stormed out the crib to go hunt down the fan. Oh, hell no. Lush be having beefs and shit. Talking about everybody know where I be at. Lush is a character, bro. They need to have like a drone follow Lush around with like a really good camera so they could just zoom in later in 4K and just post that every like once a month.
Sounds problematic.
It's not. It's beautiful.
They already know.
No, you just said he loved it earlier.
Ain't nobody fucking with me.
Because
period.
the thing is that Lush is like owning the whole concept of being like the mayor of MacArthur Park. So he's getting to the point where now he feels like he got governance over all these smokers and bums. And hey, you gotta give me some free coke. Hey, you gotta give me some free
I
pussy.
ain't calling no shots, but people like, you feel me? I show respect, so I get respect across the board.
So you didn't like that he hit up on top of a mural. That's
and it was
community based.
I don't like seeing
mural.
that every single day when I walk by it, bro. I don't like seeing it.
And I fucked with you.
Yeah, I didn't like
so you whacked him out and he got on you.
Get close to the mic.
Yeah, he tried to with his bitch ass.
Lush.
Who mural was it that he painted over? Like,
Bro, like I said, I got way specific. You know where I be at. You
Man,
feel
who
me? You
mural
see
was it?
fuck
Was
I
the
be
person
at.
rest in peace?
No, it wasn't even like that. It was a local community mural that I'd be seeing every single
that's
day.
his
bro.
backyard, so he was
You feel me?
politicking.
Like, and I was saying,
Ain't
like,
nothing wrong with it.
and it was a nice, and it's for the community. And it
Junkyard
was
dog tripping.
and it's on some hip hop shit. Like, so it is what it is. Like,
Y'all see what I mean? Look how that clip ends. And Hefe is hilarious for calling Lush a junkyard dog because he really do act like a junkyard dog. I never thought about that. Lush, in his mind, is he's a German Shepherd and can't be fucked with. Shout out to EBK J-Bo for that bar. But man, the junkyard dog. Now we're about at the end of this video. Just to keep it a stack with y'all. This is the last little sequence of clips coming up right here. And this is the super chats. You know, every once in a while when there's good enough, like super chats, even if it's just one good super chat, I throw it in my video at the end because it might be something I can elaborate on or it just made me laugh. So it would probably make y'all niggas laugh too. But these 2 super chats that I picked out were particularly hilarious to me. I guess one of them is one of the people that the junkyard dog be looking out for whenever super chat time comes around. I didn't remember the username ever saying anything too crazy, but maybe it was on a news episode that I missed or a Thursday show episode that I missed. But we're going to get into 2 super chats that were directed at the junkyard dog of No Jumper, aka Lush 1.
But 909BKAB
oh, this fool.
said, it's sad to hear a grown man so bullied and insecure that he calls himself a smoker. LOL, get that junkie off the show and keep big deal.
Content.
It's crazy because this fool, I must have fucked all of his hoes. You feel me? Every bitch this fool had. Like, no, you know how we all got our one? This fool be like, hey, before my video done uploading, his bitch ass in my comments, like, yeah, like, I don't know whose dick your bitch didn't suck, homie. You feel me? From my side of town, but fuck you feel me? Like,
Yes.
Get this junkie off the show is crazy. That shit made me laugh in real time quite a bit. I don't necessarily agree with the super chat. I don't think Lush needs to be all the way off the show. But I don't know if he needs to be on 5 shows a week either. Now, keep in mind, No Jumper only has 5 shows a week, so he's on all the shows. I think now they've cut his hours back to 4 shows a week. He hasn't pulled a Brandon and complained about it, but I don't know, maybe bro's trying to stack up his money or something so he can move out of MacArthur Park. From the sounds of it, every time Adam criticizes where he lives, he tries to be, understanding. But every time he kind of like pushes back against, like, you don't have to live at MacArthur Park. I pay you well enough to where you don't have to live there. If anyone knows, Adam would know. He's the one who signs the checks at the end of the day. Maybe he likes being close to, easy access to that alley that you can get anything. I don't know. But anyways, back to the clip.
Well,
But look, hey, you said that. Look,
we having everybody on there.
Right.
diversity. You feel me? We're all about diversity, but we got a diverse city. We don't need motherfuckers from other places.
The news is cool, but the headline show, it should just be strictly the backyard.
We got to replace Lush with a real Mexican. Preferably a longo.
Whoa, that's gonna make it. Yeah, you gonna get.
I want to spice it up.
You gonna get.
You thought I was kidding?
There is no. I mean, shit. It could be. You feel me?
You don't think it's one that'll show up?
No, for sure. I'm sure a lot don't.
They'll be serving shit.
As far as replacing me, though, like
that's out.
Shit, that don't really sound like a. You feel me? That don't really sound like a strong likelihood of that.
Yeah,
I was just kidding.
Yeah,
Lush about to relapse. He's like, fucking get in the bathroom and tie off. Yo, you almost died last episode. I just remember
I got
that.
sober for this bullshit.
Well, you almost died last episode.
Hell yeah, hey.
He almost lost his girl too. She said
She was tripping,
another
bro.
Nigga is over.
She was tripping, bro. It wasn't, bro. So okay, look,
You drove home after that too, huh?
I was taking.
He slept in the car. He had to.
No, I slept at the. I slept right. Anyways,
Slept in his bed.
Hell yeah. No, hey, the whatever I was doing was slapping that Fetty Wap catalog, bro, and I didn't even know it. You feel me? So that shit.
Oh,
made
what?
me
You
sicker than a
accidental
bitch, you feel me?
Fetty.
Like I ain't gonna lie, but I knew what the fuck it was for real. Like
You took a pill, but you knew it was Fetty, but you were lying to yourself, like, oh, it's good, it's good.
It's way worse.
Okay,
than
Kodak. You
What
knew
the
it was fake,
fuck?
but you still ate it. You a gremlin. Huh?
You took a Lego Zan?
Man,
Hey, I don't
the
know.
pill was fake, but I still ate it because I'm a gremlin.
I bet. Look, bro.
Gremlin.
It's not new. So like that had been going on for a while.
Hey, kids,
so then
they know the drugs. Man.
exactly. So I decided to stop because I'm stronger than that. And guess what? Also, I haven't done buzz balls. No more buzz balls. You see, and there's a pronounced physical change. I worked out so hard. I tore my calf muscle. I don't do things half-assed.
You pale as a motherfucker, but you glowing.
Yeah, you feel me?
So
Like I feel like better. I'm gonna be better soon.
Good, because there's been times where Elena saw you and she was just like, Adam, what the fuck is wrong with Lush?
No, I felt bad. I felt bad.
She's just like, he do not look okay. And she don't even know about drugs like that. She just knew.
No, I'm not. When you told me that Lena was concerned, that made me. I felt bad. I felt bad that she was that sis was concerned. You feel me and all that.
So Atlanta got you changing.
No, that was part of my motivation. You feel me? Like
I don't like how Atlanta looked at me.
Yeah, I didn't like how Lena was looking at me. You feel me? So I had to get right.
Husband, man, get your shit together because you want to get together.
Yo.
That is a dynamic that I don't really be thinking about too much when I'm making these videos of mine here. That like you're just imagine being in Adam's shoes. I know that sounds crazy, but just hear me out. As far as the normal part of Adam's life, which is just like the regular nights after work where you go home and you're just talking to your wife about your day. Because I based off of stories like this, he does a lot of that, right? And it's, how was work today? And he's like, well, Lush, he almost fucking, got the whole channel demonetized because he came in off some shit and almost passed away on stream. And it's like, oh yeah, every time I watch, I'm kind of concerned he don't be looking too good. He be gray, looking like death itself. And, kind of scary. Dude's family is concerned for his well-being. And it's like, yeah, my husband, he pods with a bunch of gangsters, and there's one that's a crackhead though, like full blown. Like he walks the streets when he's not at No Jumper. and who knows what he be doing. That's what I'm telling you. I want a drone with the follow me feature, just following Lush at all times when he's doing his MacArthur Park adventures. To hell with a vlog. I want National Geographic style filming, okay? Zooming in on him from hundreds of yards away and just really catching him in his natural environment. He doesn't need to know that he's being filmed, you feel me? Just like them lions and shit that they be capturing in Africa. Some of them be noticing the cameras, but for the most part, if they don't know you're there, it's going to be the best footage. And that's how I'm going to wrap this video up. You know what I'm saying? No Jumper is a very horny podcast. Bunch of freaked out activities. And Lush, he's apparently entering another shape. He's shifting again. So we've seen a little flashback of Lush when he first got there, sober Lush, but with no teeth. Now, of course, we have this most recent version of Lush that was high all the time, damn near. So much so that during the Brick Baby era, Brick had the snap eventually and was like, hey, man, you going to stop cutting me off? There's a classic rant where Brick told Lush to chill out. Then it comes out like 2 months after that rant that, you know, Lush is like, yeah, fool, I was just off of that meth, fool. That's why I kept over talking and shit, fool. And then they had an intervention with that information, that one of the Lush interventions. Then more recently, of course, last week, I have an episode about it. It will be in the watch next at the end of this video. You can just click on it if you haven't seen it or if you want a refresher of Lush literally almost, you know what I mean, fading away live on air. Something I've never seen anything like this before on such a, you know, mainstream platform at this point, right? 5 million subs, that's pretty mainstream. But it is something that I predicted would happen, unfortunately. I've said it. I'm like, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Lush, you know, has a moment on camera where we all are concerned for his well-being. And literally the next day it happened. If you don't believe me and want to fact check my prediction abilities, join up, become a member for $1 a month. Or, you know, join one time and then cancel it. Whatever behooves you. But in there's a members only video that is 6 hours long, a live stream I did while playing Madden and I think some 2K or college football or something like that. In that video, I do predict that Lush downfall. And then 24 hours later, that's exactly what the hell happened. But anyways, thank you for watching. This has been another episode of Just Clips 1. You know, have a good rest of y'all day whenever you're listening to this, rest of your night, whatever. Appreciate each and every one of y'all for watching. If you hate me, let me know in the comments. If you love me, let me know in the comments. Or if you're in the middle, let me know in the comments. Comments are welcome. If you don't feel like commenting, that's cool. Just hit that like to help your boy out. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.